Hi, it's so good to be with you. Thank you for joining me here today for this heartful thought. And as I've been thinking of October and the autumn here in the world, I have also been thinking of grief. And somehow it's showed up in many ways, even after the anniversary of my father's passing. And today, it was the first time I facilitated a training on grief during times of uncertainty. And I had put it off for a couple of years because I felt like I wasn't ready to talk about grief. I wasn't sure what was going to show up if I was talking about types of loss, if I was talking about the grieving process. And so as I went through the presentation and the notes ahead of time, I felt comfortable being able to talk about the material and to be willing to share some of my own personal examples to help describe and elaborate, for example, on the loss of freedom or the loss of independence. And what I wasn't expecting was the openness and the vulnerability of the attendees who were willing to share about the grief that they are experiencing, no matter where they were on their grief journey. And even though it was such an intense, heavy topic, I finished that training feeling like I was really connected and I felt really uplifted. And it definitely wasn't what I was expecting, although I probably didn't have too many expectations, to be honest. But something that really stood out to me was that afterwards, I offered attendees time to complete a survey. And I told them that I would stay on until the last person was finished. And the last person apologized. They didn't realize the time they'd taken. And I offered them some kind words. I offered them some acknowledgments, and they were sharing more about what has been happening for them, what their experiences have been like. And I was struck by their courage to face, to witness, to move with and through the emotions on their grief journey. And as they were sharing, I realized that to be human is to lose, right? We talk about how one of the things that is most guaranteed in life is change. And even a change can feel like loss, right? A change in relationships, a change in status, a change in how we are doing things. And so, if being human is to lose and loss is grief, then grieving is as much a part of our human experience as learning, as loving, as joy or anger or sadness. And so I wonder what it would be like if we embrace that and try to find ways to be with our grief, to hold space for our grief or someone else's grief, and what that might do for us how might it fill our hearts? So, with that, I thank you for joining me and sharing this space. I look forward to the next time that we connect. And until then, be well.